Hi guys, I'm Layne Lev. This is where I work, and this is actually the only thing that I'm going to show that's ever seen the light of day. But this one I put it in because the theme is cutting room floor, and we did actually make a decision to cut. We thought, okay, this is too much. We've got a logo, we've got our little cutesy little 110 thing on the end there, so we lopped off the logo and just used the type, so that's why that's there. So this is, I don't know how many of you have seen Seven, but the scene where Kevin Spacey's character, they find his apartment and they open they're like, wow, all these notebooks, if we had cops reading it straight through, it would take us 2 weeks. This is pretty much like what we have going on in our drawers. There's just volumes of sketches and doodles. When you're we design websites and mobile apps, but when you're a web design firm, you redesign your own site about 20 times a year. You never actually use any of them, but it's something that we do. This is, I thought this was funny because cutting room floor, this is us doing a wall crit without any stickum, so it was a floor crit. This is us looking at logos and deciding which ones we liked, which ones we didn't like, and normally you'd kind of take one you didn't like and throw it on the floor, which was easy there because they were already there. I didn't have the balls to show any projects that we thought really sucked, but here's one that we really liked that never saw the light of day. Netflix called us about, I don't know, a month into our existence, and I was like flipping out, and we got to work on this, and then they said, oh, you know what? We're gonna do streaming now, so we're gonna kill all the projects going on, and hey, we wanna hire a design in-house team. You guys wanna come work for us? And we said no. This was a logo I really liked that didn't get picked. When we do a logo for somebody, we usually give them several options. We have a little BSA worked into the little architectural icon there. I thought that was great, and they didn't pick it. I was sad. This is a website design. When we do a initial website, usually we give them 2 distinct directions. And again, common theme, this was a direction that didn't get picked, where I was sad because I thought it was the better of the 2. These are some logos and grocery bag concepts we did for the market. This was fun because we'd never done a grocery bag, and these apparently would have been tremendously expensive to produce compared to the normal grocery bag, but we thought, what the hell? Now here's a concept that didn't totally fly. My partner John is a big McRib fan. If you know him, that's funny because he's actually a very healthy guy, but for some reason he loves McRibs. So one Christmas, Stephanie and I decided we're gonna supply him with McRibs for the year while they're not available. So we filled the freezer with 40 McRib sandwiches, and I think he ate 5. This was another idea that got cut, and the reason it got cut was that this was kind of a clearance house for a bike supply place, and they thought this made it look too good, and they didn't want to appear that professional. This was a company back east. We actually did several logo concepts. We designed and built a website, none of which ever saw the light of day because the company didn't get approved by the Foreign Exchange Commission or whatever. This logo did not get approved because it said it looked like a tit. This was an Android app we designed for the Grizzlies that their sales force was going to take out with all their Android tablets and sell ticket packages to corporate sponsors, and just never got to see that get built. This was a website. This was one of, I think, 3 directions we did. Keynote is a big client of ours. We do a ton of stuff for them, and this was actually one of the favorite things that we had ever designed for them. Another one of those deals where the product itself just never made it to market, and so this is a 5-pound gummy bear. We do a lot of food things in our office, apparently, and this was a gift to me one Christmas, and I almost ate this whole thing. I got the arms, the legs, and the head, not in one sitting. But it eventually got so hard and so impossible to chew, I had to give up, but I got really close. This is a logo that we did for, one of several that we did for Book Q, and I really liked it because we worked in a couple of stacked books into the B, and then the C made this kind of little clipping. This was a website for Praxis Consulting, obviously. The funniest story about working on this site, they said, can you take the logo off the top left because we're just concerned it looks too much like our letterhead. We told them no. This was the dumbest purchase I've ever made in my life. We like to play Call of Duty every once in a while to let off some steam in the office, so Modern Warfare 2, they had the Ultimate Edition, which came with working night vision goggles. They suck. Yes, technically you can see at night, but it was just a waste, like $150, big waste. This was for ExoJet. This was the very first direction we did for their site. We ended up doing quite a few revisions, and they picked a different direction, but I was really bummed they didn't choose this. I thought this was striking and cool, and if any of you guys have a private jet company that looking for something, we'd be totally willing to sell that to you. This was something we did with our friends at Fresno Pacific. This was the direction they didn't choose, which we were actually really happy about because we would have had to do all the renderings of all their buildings at all 5 campuses if they chose it. So that was a bullet dodged. And I only had 19 things to include in this. So the last one I put a picture of Travis because it's cutting room floor, and we're all going to cut Travis out of our lives very soon here. This is what Travis looks like right before the Giants win the World Series. And Travis, we're going to miss you, buddy. And thank you guys for listening to me.